What's up, everyone? We're here at Little Gallery of San Bernardino with Julie, aka Jules. Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
So we're here in her exhibition space.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about some of your work.
Yeah, so pretty much the gallery is in tribute to my uncle Jonathan. He was 27 when he passed away. The Fontana Police Department killed him in front of our home in Fontana, in front of both of my grandparents actually. And this is my first solo exhibit ever, so I wanted to start by making something really meaningful where I allow people to see a deeper side of me and where I come from. This piece behind me actually, it's a tribute to my grandma. I felt like it hit my grandma really hard to lose her son, and it was really hard seeing her have to go through that. Like even at the funeral, like she would always pass out like thinking about it, or like, you know, like it was too much for her to handle. So I did feel like it was Madre Dolorosa, which is the name of the gallery, and it's Mother of Sorrows in English, where you know, she loses her son, and like everything it's like that scene in the Bible where they're bringing him down from the cross and she's holding him in his arms. It's very hurtful. Everything's upside down, which is hence the reason why like the flowers are upside down. And there's like, she's crying, like it's not a normal like Virgen de Guadalupe, it's Madre Dolorosa, like she's hurting. It's a deeper way to look at what we went through, because my grandma's also really religious. I grew up like in a Catholic household. Even though I'm not really religious myself, I just feel like it's had a big impact in my life, and it really hurt to see her like that. And you know, this is definitely a tribute to her as well, because it's made me who I am, for sure.
Okay, so that's why she's crying and all that.
Yeah, I actually used the tears. Like I cut myself by accident, so I just like did the tears with my own blood. So it kind of like I literally like blood, sweat, and tears.
So the colors that you used, the red and the gold, any particular reason why?
Well, I was going based off of there's like a print of the Virgen that my grandma has had for years, like even before I was born, I think. So I just kind of based the colors off of her, because it's like what I grew up with seeing like every day. Also, like I do feel that I wanted to put my own spin on it as well, because like it's not your traditional Virgen de Guadalupe. Like she has plugs, and like there's a punk angel holding her up. Like it's really a reflection of my life too, because I'm super rowdy and like music like that. So I just think it fits better into my life too. So that's why I did that.
That's cool. You put a little bit of yourself into it.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's cool.
Another thing too is that like I knew that I was gonna have to leave roses to the Virgen. Like you know, it's just a thing to do. So the roses were gonna die, and I wanted to you know, hang them from the ceiling so that way they die like upwards, because they were alive at one point and they were really red and big. And as like time went on, like they started like getting like black, and for sure like it captured the atmosphere of the gallery as well. And you know, just how like I said that time where it feels like everything's upside down, like everything's going wrong, that added to definitely the theme of the gallery. Yeah, so my uncle was also an artist. He used to draw as well. Like I kind of got my inspiration from him whenever I was younger, and I started trying to be like him and stuff. So I actually have one of his drawings here in the gallery. It's on a like large napkin, and he drew like this girl on it, and he put his name John on it. And definitely it's one of the last drawings that we have of him. We just have like one photo left of his drawings, but that's literally all we have. But definitely like he was an artist out here too, you know, so it's nice to bring like his artwork to a gallery, even though he's not here anymore, you know. Like I was able to do that for him, and I really like, I'm really grateful to have that opportunity to do that, for sure. And I also have one of my own drawings in here. I used like a projector to sketch out the drawing, and I had this drawing in my sketchbook originally, and the reason why I wanted to have it in the gallery is because the name of the piece is called The Sun, like the sun S-O-N and the sun S-U-N. There you go. But yeah, you know, he has spikes on his head all around, and there's these like hands that are trying to grab him, trying to bring him down, is ultimately like what I picture those hands to be. And you know, like he's the sun because of the spikes on his head. He's at the very center of everything. But then also like he's the sun. Like there's a lot of different people. Like there's a lot of different suns. You know, like everyone has suns, but he's the sun, and that's definitely like someone like my uncle. You know, like that's how I saw him. He wasn't just like another number. You know, that becomes a statistic, you know, in the system because of police brutality. Like he was much more than that. He was an artist, he was a student, he was a son, you know.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's why it says mijo.
Like
so,
mijo is it's like a sweet way of saying like son. Like I don't know, like you know. I also got the idea like mijo from I was watching Better Call Saul, and it was like the first episode where like Tuco is like super upset because they're trying to like scam his grandma, and like the episode is called Mijo, and it's because like this fool was literally about to kill these guys over like them trying to scam his grandma, and his grandma doesn't even know what's happening. She's just like mijo, like trying to like find him because she doesn't like, and this was like breaking legs and shit, like. But that's literally why like I just started thinking a lot about my great grandma actually, and that's the reason why I did that. It made me really sad at first, but I know that she's still with me, you know. Yeah, so I also wanted to do like a tribute to my great-grandparents that both recently passed away like 2 months ago. They live in Mexico City, in DF, and you know, they were at the center of my family. So whenever they passed away, like it's been a big change, you know. They have a lot of kids, and my grandma's one of them, you know, so that's my uncle's grandparents, firstly. But ever since meeting them, they really humbled me and gave me a sense of belonging. Cause I don't know, like I didn't really know who I was until visiting Mexico and finding my roots. They gave everything, even though they didn't have much, to everyone. And everyone knew them. So definitely like the center of my family, the center of my heart is where they are with them. So I definitely wanted to pay a tribute to them. So they have a space here as well, because my history is out here too, you know, here in San Bernardino. And also like I had a collage piece with like old Renaissance pictures. One specifically that I started with was Madre Dolorosa, whenever God is being brought down from the cross and she's holding him. Because again, talking about my grandma and the pain that she went through, you know, I felt like she was really that was really her, like seeing her son like that. So I made that collage and then made it into the flyer, and that's what I have for like to promote the gallery, the exhibit. And I also have a little tin cup that first time I ever went to Mexico City to visit my grandparents, my great grandma, whenever it was nighttime, she would fill up water and leave that cup, the tin cup, on the side of my bed. And I would come home and it would be the best thing ever, because it would get so cold, you know, it was like at night. And I don't know why, like Mexico doesn't really like refrigerate their water like that. So to me, it was like the best thing ever. And you know, like they passed away, and I went back to go visit their grave recently, and I found that tin cup in the same spot that it was left in when I had last went. So I just like to think that my great grandma, like she really did leave it there for me. The final piece that I have is also like a bigger collage with like a bunch of different articles and like pictures, newsletters of like people in the Inland Empire that have died because of police brutality. And it's like a big collage that I made. I stuck it on the wall with wheat paste. And all the black in the police car, it's in the shape of a police car, is pictures of the victims, and then the white part is the articles of it. So definitely all from San Bernardino, Fontana, Riverside area, you know, like I try to keep it Rialto. I try to keep it like very local, and it was really hard to find these articles as well because they really try to cover it up. But I know there's more out there. You know, there's more people like us that have experienced something like this. And I'd also like to mention that my great-grandparents, you know, they're not from here. They don't have papers, so they never tried to seek any legal justice because they were always afraid that they would get the ICE. We never, you know, they never went ahead and did that. So we really like in no way ever got justice for my uncle, you know, but thank you.
Police and thieves in the street, fighting the nation.